Well, here are the 5 things you need to know for today.
I don't see them getting back involved in the nuclear business anymore. I think they've had it. They've been at it for 20 years, and I don't see that happening.
U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth speaking this morning about the American attack on Iran's nuclear program, something U.S. President Donald Trump says, as you heard, was a success. There is some debate around how much damage Iranian facilities actually sustained in the attacks last weekend. A leaked primary assessment from the Pentagon suggests core parts of Iran's nuclear program are still intact. The CIA director says key sites have been destroyed, but he stopped short of saying their nuclear program has been completely eliminated.
No Canadian should feel safe when we have people who have been involved in crimes against humanity, in terrorism, in trafficking, in money laundering, living amongst us as if that's normal.
Border Services looking into suspected officials from Iran who have made their way into Canada. Senior Iranian officials are banned from entering the country, but data shows some of these officials are getting in. As of this month, the CBSA has reviewed almost 18,000 Iranians for inadmissibility. So far, 20 senior Iranian officials have been flagged for deportation. 66 cases remain under investigation. Out of those 20 officials flagged, 1 person has been deported so far.
It was unexpected, scary. It was a lot. I thought we were going to be stuck there, so happy to be back home.
More Canadians making their way home from the Middle East. People on a flight arranged by Ottawa arrived in Toronto yesterday after a 21-hour trip. Canadians filled 95 of 265 seats booked by the government on the flight from Jordan to Greece. Global Affairs says 7 Canadians used its buses out of Israel and the West Bank yesterday. Many Canadians are finding their own way home with operations at Israel's main airport in Tel Aviv back to normal.
So I didn't know what else I could do.
Winnipeg woman says she felt helpless and humiliated after she was forced to remove her hijab while boarding a Flair Airlines flight in Toronto. Kazi Amin was flying home to Winnipeg on June 20th after a family trip. She passed through security with no issue, but at the gate was told she had to remove her hijab or she couldn't board. She finally did, despite it being counter to her faith. The Canadian Transport Security Authority says people don't have to remove a religious head covering unless it causes an alarm during screening. Flair says the employee is on leave and there is an investigation underway.
Senator Brazo.
Thank you very much. And
a spokesperson for the Canadian Senate says Senator Patrick Brazo is recovering after a scary incident in the upper chamber Wednesday. The independent senator from Quebec collapsed as he rose to speak during a debate on Bill C-5. A spokesperson from the Senate says Brazo was examined by paramedics and appears to be recovering. Debate on the bill was paused for about 20 minutes.